Elizabeth Smart made headlines in 2002 when she was kidnapped from her Salt Lake City home, and again in 2003 when she was rescued after authorities were tipped off to her captor's whereabouts. Since then, Smart has taken her traumatizing experience and used it as a tool for advocacy, working to prevent crimes against children. Recently, Smart spoke at the Girl Scouts of Eastern Oklahoma's first Women of Character speaker series about her harrowing experience and the tragedy she turned into a triumph.
At that time in my life, I shared my room with my younger sister, Mary Catherine. We actually shared a bed. So we crawled into bed together and went to sleep. I could feel something cold and sharp lying across my neck. The words were, "I have a knife at your neck. Don't make a sound. Get up and come with me." He grabbed my wrist and ran me across the street to where this trailhead begins. We were passing plenty of groves of trees when we came to one, and it didn't stand out any to me. He stopped and he yelled out, "Hepzibah," and a voice responded. It yelled back, "Emmanuel." Part of the ground had been leveled out, and there was set up about a 6-man tent, and outside of the tent there were tarps laid out on the ground. Well, this woman, she took me inside of the tent and zipped up the door. The tent zipper unzipped again, and in walked this man, and he had changed out of his dark clothes that he had kidnapped me in into the same robes that I wore and that this Hepzibah woman had on. He zipped up the tent door behind him and he sat down, and at this point I was crying too hard to listen to anything anyone was saying, but I knew he had started speaking, and so I tried to regain my composure enough to listen to what he was saying. And I regained it just in time to hear him say, "I hereby seal you to me as my wife before God and his angels as my witnesses." All I could do in that moment was scream out, "No." He told me, "If you ever scream out like that again, I will kill you. If it'll help you not scream out, I can duct tape your mouth shut." I knew I didn't want my mouth duct taped shut, so I told him I wouldn't scream out again. And after that, he pulled me off the bucket onto the floor of the tent, where he ripped the robes off me and raped me on the floor of the tent. I felt so filthy and so used. Who could ever want me after that? Who could ever love me? Well, my mom gave me the best piece of advice I've ever been given. The morning after I came home from being kidnapped, she said, "Elizabeth, don't give him another minute of your life. Don't allow yourself to sink into the past of everything that's happened. I can't imagine myself everything that you've been through, but when you feel sorry for yourself and you hold on to the past, you're only giving him more control of your life, and he doesn't deserve that. Your life is too precious to give any more time to him. The best punishment you could ever give him is to be happy." And I've done that to this day. I've never let my past hold me back. It would be so easy to lie in bed every day and feel sorry for ourselves and feel like, why me? Why me? I don't deserve this. And you know what? You're probably right. You probably don't deserve whatever it is that's going on. But I think one of the best things that you can do is to say, yes, this has happened to me. It's terrible, and I wish it hadn't happened to me, but I'm not going to let it ruin my life. I'm not going to give it any more time than it needs to take. And it's not what happens to us that defines us. It's the choices and what we decide to do with what happens to us that defines us.